GM, everyone. I hope your Tuesday is going excellent. We're here for another CPG Accelerator class. Today we've got Jason and Mohammed from Third Web talking about some development and all the amazing stuff that Third Web can do to kind of offload a lot of your work, make things a lot easier. So that you can spend time on things like we've been talking about, community building, focusing on your business and not having to build, a brand new Wallet Connect and all the other things that they're going to be able to walk you through today. Just a couple of housekeeping items before we kick off. So let me share my screen here. Perfect. So bring that up. There we go. All right. So for everyone in the accelerator, a couple of things coming up this week on Thursday. Token Proof will be here doing another class as well, talking about a lot of their integrations and what they're doing. We'll be back here on YouTube. And then next week is AI week. There'll actually be a panel discussion and then an office hours. And Gregarious from Zealous is actually going to be leading a lot of that. He'll be leading the discussion along with those office hours next Thursday. So be sure to check the Telegram for all the times and links for everything like that. And then for everyone that sticks around, we'll have our usual POAP secret word at the end of the class today. So I'll be back for that. But in the meantime, I'm going to turn it over to Jason,
cool,
and to get us started on all things Third Web. So take it away, Jason.
What's going on, everybody? Good to be back. Mohammed and I did a little thing last session in the spring. It was great. I saw the speaker lineup for this. I'm really jealous of all of you. You got Kevin from D-Gods, you got Zeneca, you got us. Oh my God. There was a title to this presentation that was about reimagining customer experiences. What we want to talk to you about today is how Third Web can get you to the starting line of building your apps so you can start learning faster. As all of you go off and build your projects, you're building learning machines. The purpose is to put out a hypothesis. I believe people will use this product. And so you give it to them, you measure, did they use it? You sort of look at what you measured, make tweaks to your product, and you do it all again. And that loop can go really slowly in Web3 because there's all these other components that come with building Web3 software. And what we want to show you is how Third Web is a developer tool. It's been 2 years since we started. It's been used by a third of developers in Web3. There's a report by Electric Capital that'll talk about how many active devs there are. It'll say there's 22,000 active devs in Web3. We've had 100,000 devs use Third Web in the last year alone. There's a lot more active devs than just the ones measured in that report. People have made a lot of money. There's a lot of transactions that are done. If you go to a lot of chains, you'll find us in their documentation next to Hard Hat and Truffle. I'm going to let Mohammed kind of go through most of this, but I'm going to skip. Here's a good way for all of you to think about what is Third Web? What does it do? It's a developer tool. It's infrastructure. It's payments. We know all these logos on the left. Open Zeppelin, great library of contracts. Rainbow Wallet, excellent wallet connect flow. Magic Link, sign in, via email. RPC nodes from QuickNote and Alchemy. I just wanted to communicate that Third Web has all of these as first-party features, and this is all free. If you go to our pricing page, we just came out with a pro plan, and you'll see that we give away infrastructure like RPC nodes, storage, email wallets. We give those away for free. Same thing with smart wallets. What Mohammed's going to show you is sort of how you can sort of set up and benefit from using this infrastructure right away, so you can get your app to 95%. And then he's going to show you some of the things that our wallet SDK can do to make logging in feel like Web3 is invisible. It's really just about the user. Do they like your product? It's not about can they navigate the Web3 aspects of your product. And Third Web is always building tools that help you do these things. Every like 4 or 5 weeks, we come out with a new major feature. It's very much worth following what we do. And I'm going to put my calendar link in chat. Any of you in this program can book time with Mohammed and I. Mohammed's one of our solution engineers. We'll talk to you about what you're working on. We'll help you. We'll point you in the right direction. We'll show you how our tools can help you get there. And that's what we'll do. Yeah, we're just here to help. Mohammed and I, we're here to help from Third Web. I'm going to kick it off to him now. He's going to take it away from here.
Hey folks, nice to meet you all. Excited to be back and chat about and show a little bit of what we can do here with Third Web. So let me go jump to sharing my screen. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick overview and then dive in and show you kind of the bits and pieces of what we have here in the overview, and do a little bit deeper of a dive into the wallets, because when we're talking about good UX and onboarding the first billion users onto Web3, that user onboarding is a critical element in the journey. Having people create their own MetaMask wallet, which is great for crypto natives, but the non-crypto natives, which is most of the world today, don't really know what seed phrases are, or are uncomfortable managing them, and signing transactions is like a little bit weird, and gas is like what is gas. So this wallet experience is a piece that we focused a lot of effort and energy into recently, and I think we have some best-in-class tools for you, so we'll do a bit of a deeper dive in here. So again, just to rephrase a bit of what Jason showed on one of his slides, the magic of Third Web is is this entire ecosystem of you starting with the contract, and then how do we interact with the contract? Well, we have a few options. We have a dashboard, which is great for less technical people. It gives you a nice UI to play around with. We have an SDK that comes with a lot of pre-built UI components, and then we have the Web Engine, which is a full contract API. So let's go over these pieces. So I'm on the Third Web main page, thirdweb.com. I'm going to go to get started. I'm taken to our main dashboard, where I'll first connect using my MetaMask wallet, since I am a Web3 native. I will let me pause here for a second, just to show off a little bit of what we have here in terms of options for Wallet Connect. I'll show you this UI component a little bit more in detail, but this is one of the pre-built components you get. So got a sign, and now I'm in. So if we go over to our contracts, I'm going to go to deploy contract, just to show you the library of tools of contracts that we have here. Some of the more popular ones, of course, NFT drops. We have 1155s. We have 721s. We love talking contracts. Contracts was like our original core competency, and then we started adding all these elements of how to interact with contracts, and they've grown together. If you have ideas on contracts that aren't listed here, we'd love to chat. I mean, this is one area we want to continue to grow in. So we have contracts. We have for NFT drops. We have marketplace, account factory for smart wallets. ERC20s down here, split contracts or funds distribution, and then we go down to airdrop, staking, DAOs and governance. Big library of smart contracts right here. And deploying is really straightforward. You click the contract you want. We typically have a design doc and a demo project for you to reference, and then all you do is deploy. I won't go through these fields, pretty straightforward stuff here. The thing I want to point out is that down here in our in the chains, you have access to all EVM chains. And if you have a, let's say, private subnet, you can add a custom network and add in the details and deploy to whatever EVM chain that is that has these pieces, RPC, etc. After deploying, I'm not going to click the deploy button because that takes about a minute or so. I'll just go to an existing contract that I have just to show you a quick tour. After you deploy, you're taken to this page for your contract. Basic overview page. We have, analytics that give you, unique wallet transactions, events, give you some basic information about your about the activity happening. You can change the metadata on the contract itself. You can always take a look at the sources. Everything we do is open source and free. These contracts are owned by your wallet. We don't take a piece of anything. It's all configured by you. And all the code is, like I said, open source, and you can browse through it, on this page here. And then finally, we have the NFTs. You can upload NFTs. You can use animation URIs to make it move around, to animate it, and then finally set up claim conditions, etc. Everything you need to do a full deployment available right here in our dashboard. So that's bit one, our contracts. Let's talk about, we talked about the contracts and deployment. We talked about our dashboard. Now let's go into our SDK. So this is, again, the less technical interface for contract interactions. Now we have an SDK, which is highly technical. We have a number of SDKs. The wallet is all up here, which I'll again do a deep dive in a moment. But we have the infrastructure that we give you. One of the pieces I mentioned here is that we provide some free infra here. RPC, storage, bundler, paymaster, gasless relayer. We give you what you need to get started with really generous usage limits to get going. And if you exceed those free limits, then there's a conversation around a paid plan. But you have the option of using the default of what we provide, or bringing your own. Every single item in here you can swap out. It's highly composable. You can bring your own storage, your own RPC, whatever you want. So you're never going to be locked into us or any of our infra. You can free to go where you want. From here, we have a bunch of different collections, but I'll focus on, the React bit. We have, the Connect Wallet component that I showed you earlier, that I use to, connect to the dashboard. A few other UI components here, and then our library of hooks, right? So, beauty here is that you can get your dev team up and going quickly without having to write any Solidity code, without having to manage a number of other libraries or SDKs or frameworks. Your devs already know React. You come here and you use these hooks, and you can get going super quick. So you can focus your time on growing your business, expanding your community, providing incentives for people to come back again and again. This is our portal. I did want to do a little focus on our Connect Wallet UI button. This is a nice little toolkit that lets you customize this. This is fully customizable, right? So if you want to start with nothing, right? We default you to a guest wallet, but let's say you want to accept MetaMask, you want to accept Coinbase, you want to accept Wallet Connect, you want to accept Safe Wallets, and let's say you also want to do our embedded wallet, which I'll chat about in a minute, which enable email and Google sign-ins. This is all right here. We generate this for you on the fly. You can select how you want the modal to look, the overall appearance. We can call this CPG demo. We can adjust, bring our own little image URL, paste our own image URL in here, fully customizable, and we give you the bit of code down here to copy and paste into your app as well. And just to show you, we click, and here we go. This is exactly the CPG demo with connecting the wallet with the multiple options here, or continuing as a guest, or with your email or social login. These UI components, for anyone that's tried to either just display an NFT or create the sign-in flow on their own, you'll, I think, understand how powerful this is. This saves hours and hours and hours of works and lets you focus on growing your customer base. All right, so we talked about the SDK and the UI components. Let's talk about Engine. Engine is one of the most powerful Web3 API, probably the most powerful Web3 API out there today. I've seen a lot of comparison tables, and nothing quite captures everything that we offer here. If I can find Engine, there it is. So Engine's great. I mean, it's a backend server that combines, managed backend developer wallets with a full contract API. So what we handle for you is, blockchain API is a non-trivial problem to solve. The ordering of transactions, nonce management, wallet pooling, retries, gas optimization, all that is handled for you behind the scenes by the API. All you do is hit the endpoints, and we give you the full list of endpoints here, from generating the backend wallets to interacting with your 721, whether you want to get details, transfer tokens, burn tokens, generate signatures, whatever you want, we have available for you right here. I do want to mention that this is an open beta right now, and this requires self-hosting. We do provide the configuration here to deploy the Docker image that you need to get going. We will have this available as a managed service sometime Q4. We just started Q4, and this is one of the big priorities for us this year, or this quarter, to give you a fully managed service, so you don't even have to launch your own Docker image or manage your own Docker image at all. All right. We talked about Engine, full contract API. Wallets. We have a few minutes left, so we'll chat a bit about the wallet options. So we have a number of wallet options here. Let me see our wallet SDK. Here we go. So bunch of different wallet options here. We'll start talking about the local wallet. What I'll do is I'll tell you a little bit about each option and show you a quick demo that we've created. So our local wallet, this is the lowest level wallet that we make available. It allows you to create wallets within your app or project. It's non-custodial. You're creating, it's a locally managed wallet. It's a local wallet. It's on your device or stored in your browser. And one of the cool, I'm gonna let me see. Can I stop my share and reshare here real quick, because I can show you the demo of how we're interacting with it. Let's see. There we go. I stopped, and now I'm going to reshare. All right, so this game is called Web3 Warriors. I'll show you the link here. I can't, since you guys are in the YouTube land. Web3warriors.thirdweb.com. I'll bring, let me see, I'll bring this down here. If you want to download it and play it, you can here, web3warriors.thirdweb.com. I'll swipe back here. So what's happening here after we get through this initial, load screen, we can play the game. This is what's generating our local wallet. So I'm just picking a username here. I'm clicking login. If you use the same username, and this is very customizable UI, right? You can enable access via password if you want, or we went with the lowest friction approach, where you just put in a username and you get going. Now we've got a game up and running. Here, if you look at some of this equipment, the armor here are all ERC 721s. The weapons as well, you spend what we call battle tokens, which are ERC 20s that you earn during gameplay. So let's take a look at that gameplay. We have our Death Knight. We're going to click fight. And here we go. We have a full-fledged Web3 enabled game. There's no wallet, nothing. And as we run through this world and we start seeing the baddies and we kill them, hopefully they die soon. There we go. We see the experience that we're gaining is fully in-game mechanic. And I'm not going to play this for too much longer, but here we go. These little things that we've just collected are battle tokens that enable us to, upgrade ourselves and buy and spend on the equipment. So what you've seen here, it feels like there's no delay, there's no downtime, there's no wallets, there's nothing. It's all feels like a classic gaming experience, and there's no Web3 elements in it, right? You get up, you get going, your account is created for you locally, and you can play very easily. And getting going, let me share my screen. And getting going with the local wallet is easy as, just a few lines of code here. Using our SDK, you just create a new instance of local wallet, and then generate, and that's it. You're done. The next thing I wanted to talk about, EOA wallets, I skimmed over. Sorry about that. We do enable access, allow you to bring your own wallet, right? Like if you have your own MetaMask, your own Coinbase, you saw here in this demo, in our Connect Wallet demo, right? You can bring your own wallet to connect to the ecosystem as well. Very easy to do. But again, we're focused on crypto non-natives here, so that's where I'll focus most of the chat. Local wallets we just talked about. Embedded wallets. Embedded wallets are, I'll click here again. This is a wallet infrastructure that has you, enables the use of email or social logins, and you can bring your own auth as well. So to give you a sense of what this looks like, we have another demo app here, Cat Attack. If we want to start playing, we click here. We see the options here, right? You can sign in with Google or put in your email address. Let's do a different email here, cpg@thirdweb.com. This continue as a guest generates a local wallet. So we're going to focus on these top two options here. We get an email, which is completely customizable. I'll show you what this looks like here. I'll pull it in here. So we have this one-time passcode, right? All this again, the name you put up here, the image, all that's customizable. We grab our passcode, we verify. It takes a couple seconds, but this is an email wallet. Now, the underlying mechanics of an email wallet, if you're interested, it's kind of MPC-esque. We shard the keys across 3 different places. This is a completely non-custodial solution, and easy as that. You've logged in, and we've also implemented gasless here. I guess I already had this generated. Let me switch to a personal wallet here just to show you how it works quickly. You can claim the kitten, and this takes a few seconds. I'm going to open up the console. We have some interesting bits and pieces here. Actually, let me see. Base quarterly. Okay, I don't have enough testnet funds to cover this, to cover the gas, but that's okay. You do have the option to bring in a gasless relayer in this as well.
Mohammed, how should people think about like smart wallets in general? Because we have a smart wallet SDK here. It supports a lot of networks. How should they think about smart wallets with regards to their app and user experience?
Yeah, that's a really great question. So we touched on EOA wallets, local wallets, embedded wallets. Last category is smart wallets. This is the new hot thing, right? Everyone's talking about smart wallets. Now with the smart wallet, you need to imagine that the user experience. There's 2 specific parts to a smart wallet, right? One is the signature provider. This can be any of these above options that we listed here. It can be someone bringing their EOA wallet, local wallet, embedded wallet, anything that can provide a signature. It can even be, your biometric, finger login on your, iPhone that can provide signatures. So anything that is a signature provider is piece 1 of the smart wallet. And then piece 2 is the smart contract. So we have a smart contract, we have the signature provider, and now you're live with your smart wallet. So what the smart wallet enables you to do is limitless, right? Because all your wallet is doing, or your whatever is your signature provider is just giving these signatures. Everything else is managed by the smart contract. And the smart contract is just code, and you can use it to do anything. If you want 2FA, if you want to be able to do like easy account recovery, if you want to have like multi-sig, or have and anything you can imagine, any flow that exists today in the Web2 world can be done with smart wallets. And one thing that comes up often when thinking about this is who has custody, right? Does the user really control the wallet? How does this really work? And again, because it's code and the options are limitless, you can go you can go any route. The most common most common scenarios we see are either that the user brings their own EOA wallet, and in that case they already have full custody of the interactions, or option two, you create an account for the user using like classic Web2 like flows, and then the user interacts with your backend. Your backend is like runs the permissioning of and allows like the user to take any actions, and then the backend actually calls its own wallet, like an app wallet we'll call it, to issue those signatures to run to the smart contract to issue transactions, to process transactions, to trigger transactions. Now the option I just mentioned that uses the app wallet, that is feels non-custodial. Sorry, it feels custodial because it is. But what you can do is you can allow you can have a settings page where a user at any other point, if they want to bring in their EOA wallet or their email wallet, they can transfer admin responsibilities. So the app wallet is the admin to start, but what you can do is that admin can add a new admin, so the EOA wallet, and then remove itself as an admin. So now you've swapped custody, and you've handed off custody to whatever EOA wallet the user has. And this makes a lot of sense for people who want to offer options to their users. In most cases, we want the easiest UX possible, and so we just handle the transaction signing and gas and everything using our own like app wallet. But if someone is a crypto native, or they become crypto savvy and they want to take custody over their wallet, they can bring their own EOA wallet and swap admins from that app wallet to your own wallet.
Something to keep in mind is that this is one of the highest impact things that you can do in your application to like widen the funnel. You're going to have users that learn about your product or service. They're going to bounce because they don't have a MetaMask or a Phantom wallet or Rabby or whatever. If you give them embedded wallets and the ability to add an email, if you give them the ability, if you have smart wallets in place, you have the ability to get them using the app and get them to the moment where they're delighted and they really have you have a real chance to make the argument to them that you've got this new thing that they need to like include in their life. And that's why we really encourage people to use these. Smart wallets are the most #1 requested feature by companies of all stripes to Third Web and every other kind of dev tool. Everybody's being requested to support smart wallets, which is why we're really excited about them. By the way, if any of you have any questions, type them in the chat. I know there's only a few people here. Mohammed and I are delighted to meet with any of you. I put a meeting link in chat. Any of you can book time throughout this cohort session with CPG. And Mohammed and I, we can walk you through parts of Third Web, learn about your stack, what you're building, highlight things we haven't shown you that might be something that you could take advantage of, and just kind of help you navigate the building process. We're here to help you kind of build faster, learn faster. And all of this is free. There's a lot of tools out there that, when you need 10,000 wallets, like you're gonna have to open up your wallet too. If you want to use RPC nodes, sign a contract. We're giving you all this infrastructure for free because we want to see you get going. And get contracts out of the way, get demo calls out of the way, just start using the stuff. Swap in other providers if you need them, but this is all free.
All free out of the box, really easy to get going. We provide sample repos, demo apps, anywhere from kind of building it up from your own primitives to fork and go type of experiences. And I know we're a couple minutes over here, so I'll wrap it up. But this is the smart wallet demo that we have. Again, we use our own Connect Wallet app. There's a saved wallet in here. So earlier we mentioned there's two pieces of the smart wallet. There's like the signature provider, and then there's also the smart contract. Here we're using a local wallet as the signature provider. Let's see if I can access this again. I'd have no, wrong password. Let's create a new wallet. I'll click this backup wallet, which I download the wallet.json that I can now export anywhere. But now I can create a new wallet here. Create this wallet, and that's it. I'm connected to the smart wallet. And I can claim, again, zero management of seed phrases, anything. And if I want to claim, first thing we see is that the cost to deploy this wallet is actually really, really, really small. I can't even count the number of zeros in here before we get to like a non-zero number amount of ETH. So the overall cost is very minimal to deploy the smart contract wallet. We've done a lot of optimizations on this front. And then the interaction, again, you saw no signatures, nothing, no gas. We have our own paymaster that handles the gas that you can use a paymaster or bring your own if you want to cover transactions. We also offer that as a managed service, so you can use our paymaster, and then we'll just charge you for the crypto you use plus a percentage for the management fee. And there we go. We've claimed it. We own one kitten. That's it. The thing that takes the longest here is the interaction with the blockchain, which fortunately we can't change much in today, but that's a problem that's being worked on by the chains. And that's it. So I'm going to pause there, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I know there's a bit of a delay here because we're being streamed on YouTube, but I'm going to pause in case any of you have any questions on what's come up.
I don't see any questions in the chat. There have been some that we've answered.
Yeah, I think you guys have gotten a couple that have popped up. Nothing over in Telegram. While we wait to see if maybe the couple of folks that are here live with us have anything, I'm just gonna pop on over and share the POAP for today, as well as that is
get that POAP. Yeah. Historic. It'll be worth something in the future.
There we go. Let me bring this back up. So here we go. Just a reminder for the couple of folks that tuned in late. A lot of programming still to come. Token proof this week on Thursday. AI week all next week. And then Connect Wallet is your secret phrase over in POAP. So go and connect that. Make sure for folks, if you haven't connected up to the CPG rewards, make sure you're connected in there. And then for the accelerator folks, this POAP will count towards the POAPs you need to be CPG certified at the end of the season. So I know we are at time. I really appreciate you guys. Always appreciate you guys jumping in. Sharing some expertise with the folks here. For the other sessions, maybe we'll end on kind of one question for the two of you. Is what's the best piece of advice that you got early on that you would pass along to the folks today that are either starting out or looking to launch? Or
there's a lot. This framework I learned years ago, and it's changed the way I approach day-to-day work at startups, and I'll pass it on to you. We call it 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week. And we live by this at Third Web. We did this at a previous startup. And you're gonna get a lot of advice. You're gonna see a lot of like playbooks on how to build your company, how to do any particular initiative, like how to do events, how to do influencer marketing, whatever it is. When you're doing like something like, let's say it's of all the things you're gonna try, it's like, oh, let's see if influencer marketing works. The first temptation is to go like make a long list of influencers and go like reach out one by one. And that can take a long time to do. That might take days. We like to do projects really well. You need to give yourself a framework to like prove that you should invest more time. And so the way 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week works is, what's the 1 hour version of doing influencer marketing? And the idea is you want to prove that in 1 hour, it's worth spending a whole day doing. So like in 1 hour, you're not going to make a whole list of 100 influencers. You're just going to start reaching out to them one at a time. And your goal is just to get one on a call and see if you can even pitch them. Because if you can't get one on a call in an hour, how could this be a good use of a day? And then after you do that, you'll do this like, what's the 1 day version? Maybe it's to like get a campaign going and like it goes live. It doesn't work. It's crappy, but you got it live, which means like maybe you should do this for a full week. What's a full week? The full week version could be, I'm going to coordinate these 5 influencers. They're all going to post at the same time. I'm going to spend $1,000. And like now what you're doing is you're building your own company's real playbook for how you do work and in the least amount of time, because maybe on 1 day you're like, this is stupid. It's not working. You kill the tactic, you move on. So 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week for everything. Feature.
Awesome.
What's the 1 hour version of this?
Love that, man.
Love it. Yeah, I won't focus too much on kind of the playbook of talking to customers, being lean, having those like quick iteration cycles. Instead, I will share that acceleration isn't just about speed; it's also about direction. As you scale, ensure that every step you take is aligned with your core mission and values. The world just doesn't need more companies; it needs purposeful, value-driven innovations. Be relentless in your pursuit, but always be guided by purpose.
If you do something and you didn't learn from it, that's a failure. But if you do something and it doesn't work, but you know why it didn't work, that's a success. There you go.
Awesome. Love it, guys. Always appreciate the time and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.
Use Third Web. Tell everyone you know. It's free.
Thanks, Chad. Thanks, Club CPG.
Excellent.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
I'll chat with you soon.
All right.
Bye all.